Okay, today we're going to test for leaks using this fancy little tool right here, guys. Okay, so these are the bladders. Here, we use this. We're gonna put shop air on this side right there, and this is the other one we're gonna use. This one we're gonna put in the exhaust pipe right here. We got it nice and open. Stick that baby in all the way. Get it past that sensor right there. See that? All right. And then what we're gonna do is inflate it through here. Okay, I'll show you that right now. Okay, I got the air inflator connected to that. So let's inflate it. You heard it? Doesn't matter until it makes that noise. You unplug it. Okay, make sure it's there. And we want to get the safety cable right here. See this? Make sure you strap it because it could blow that thing out and you don't want it flying. So we just lock it right there. See that? Okay, so we're gonna induce our smoke through here, right there. All right. Now we're gonna put this in the intake side. So one goes in the exhaust, okay, and the other one goes in the intake. Step two, we're gonna take this off. We're gonna take that cover off so we could inspect it. And I already took this cover off, which is this one right here, which goes over right there. Okay, I'm gonna grab this, insert it in all the way until you get into the solid area down there, right there. Okay, same thing, safety strap. Just lock it anywhere. And now we get this side over here. Okay, what we do here, I'm gonna release this little valve. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is get our air chuck, put it in there. Okay, and just listen. I'm gonna inflate it. When it does that, there's a safety valve and it relieves the pressure. So it doesn't matter how much air you put, safety valve is gonna always make sure. Now this right here is just a plug. Put on this plug because we don't want air escaping. So this plug just goes back in there. We're ready. So plug, strap, took off the cover. That's taken off. Make sure the filler cap is back on and make sure the oil tube is back on because you're gonna pressurize the crankcase, everything. Okay, so the way we set up the machine, here's your pressure regulator. Relieve all the pressure, that goes off, right? Power, this uses two types of powers. You could use battery power from the battery or AC power. In this case, I have it connected to AC, okay? And then right here, there's a switch. It's either battery or AC. This is where the shop air goes. So we plug it in. Okay, and now this is your hose. Take that hose off. Okay, and now we start applying pressure. Okay, so we'll turn it on. This is how you push smoke right there. Okay, and you always start off at 5 psi right there. So this is your applied pressure and this is your system pressure. Okay, you never want to exceed more than 8 psi. 5 psi is a good place to start. If you over pressurize it, go back on the regulator. It'll drop the pressure. Go back up, slowly turning it until pressure starts to build up. Okay, notice this is on off. Okay, when you turn it on, notice the pressure drops, but over here it's already smoking. Saw that? So this is how you close it, and here's your flow. That tells you how much of a leak you have, just like an evap tester. Flow, smoke, close. So it works the same way the evap tester works, except you're able to apply more pressure. So now we're just gonna hook up this hose right here to the cat on the bottom. So let's untangle the cable. Okay. All right, so there is that. Again, there, safety strap connected to the machine. So we need to bring the car down because we're going to start testing this baby. We want to make sure we get the smoke going in the right places. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it smoke on, pressure, and monitor your pressure right here. Okay, that's your applied pressure, that's your system pressure. So you want it to build up. Okay, so about 5 psi. If it doesn't reach, you could give it a little bit more right there. Okay, so your system pressure and your applied pressure. This is going to be your overall system pressure. Don't want to exceed, like I said, more than 8 psi because you could blow a crank seal or something out of the car. So you want to make sure you stay around 5. That's the best number, 5 psi. Okay, so there, you see the applied pressure and the system pressure starting to equalize. So that means everything is sealed. You don't see any smoke coming out of nowhere, which that is good. I don't see any smoke. Now we're gonna use soapy water. We're gonna start spraying everything to look for any small leaks because we don't have large leaks. That's good, but we could still have a small leak somewhere. So that's our next step. Start spraying, and we're looking for bubbles. See that? It's leaking right there already. See that? Okay, let's check up here. It's good. It's good. Let's check the bottom. Okay, so we already know we have a leak right there. We can see it. So this valve's gonna have to be replaced. Right there, this part right here, that whole valve. Okay, and then you can see it leaking on the bottom. Okay, so leak there. Up here we're good. EGR, yeah, that's leaking too. See right there? Right there, baby. That's leaking too. So we already know leak here, leak there. Okay, now we gotta check the top. Okay, still checking the top. Nox sensor. Okay, spray the top. Yeah. It's leaking back here, which that's supposed to be normal. We have a little leak there. Nox sensor looks good. EGT looks good. We don't see leaking there. And then over here we're looking for down there. It's kind of hard to see, but now this one's good. And then we have a little bit of a leak on the turbo housing right there. You see it? Okay. That's supposed to be normal. I wouldn't worry much about it. And then down here, a little bit, but so same thing. We're looking for leaks on the induction system. This is a intercooler, pipe, intake, inlet, anything that goes on the inlet side, it's all good. So the inlet side looks good. The outlet side, that's kind of excessive, I think, already. And earlier we saw a bunch of carbon soup coming out of there. But anything that looks excessive like that is not considered normal. So on this side, still see that. Down here we still see that. Nox sensor looks good. EGT looks good. Let's go back under here. That's still bad. Yep. Anything else? Anything else? Everything else is good. Okay, so main problem is this. That right there. I think we need to start by sealing this leaks right here. And then we're gonna ignore the turbo for now. But that's what we gotta do. Okay, so the next step is to relieve the pressure. So we're gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off, and see, we're still holding pressure, and see it's going up. Okay. So what we gotta do is do not pop that out, because that's under pressure. Instead, we're gonna remove this cap, and you're gonna hear it. Okay. So over here, you see, system pressure dropping. Okay. Now we could back this off all the way down. There we go. Now we're safe to unplug the hoses and everything else.